got me shook from the way your body looks. Got me riding hooks, got me feeling like a rook. I don't do it by the book, but for you I'll take a look. Don't know what your mama took, sweet and spicy like a cook, yeah. I'll keep it real, let's make a deal. Buy you a meal if you just let me feel. Get out your heels, grab on the wheel. Back to my place at the top of the hill. Don't have regrets, I know what's next. She need a fresh, I'll be back in a sec. Look at them legs, don't make me beg. Back to the room, let me show you my bed. Touching on your body feels like taking on a drug. You got me feeling good, yeah, you got me feeling numb. Everything you do, I can't seem to get enough. You got me feeling good, yeah, you got me feeling numb. Touching on your body feels like taking on a drug. You got me feeling good, yeah, you got me feeling numb. Everything you do, I can't seem to get enough. You got me feeling good, yeah, you got me feeling numb. I could look at you all day, watch the way them hips sway. Love your body, so I pray, don't you dare take it away. Can't control what I say, lost my mind cause your frame. Hey girl, what's your name? Lit me up just like a flame. Body in motion, I feel the commotion, beyond you like lotion. I'm honest and broken, I flow like the ocean. I feel you were chosen to fix me, I'm broken. My heart that you stolen, hey. Stay with me, play with me, lay with me. Hate to see when you leave, chemistry feels like it's destiny. I just want you laying next to me, and I really don't want you to test me. On your body feels like taking on a drug. You got me feeling good, yeah, you got me feeling numb. Everything you do, I can't seem to get enough. You got me feeling good, yeah, you got me feeling numb. Touching on your body feels like taking on a drug. You got me feeling good, yeah, you got me feeling numb. Everything you do, I can't seem to get enough. You got me feeling good, yeah, you got me feeling numb.
Yeah, I spit raps like a heart attack. Fast, fatal, heart impact. Past painful scars, in fact, I blast tasteful bars and packs. I back up my actions, fact, don't ask. Grab reactions, jacked attack with every word, then act with class as they hear me snap. I got nothing to lose, cause I fought and felt the bruise. Now I'm not the one confused, call the shots and they produce. I ain't lost, I'm finally loose. Pick a new silver juice. I need the views to boost me to a new abuse of being used. Everybody wants a piece now, y'all can rest in peace now. You're dead to me, so peace out. Remember, you just freaked out. Get ready for defeat now, I'm gonna make you bleed out. Listen on repeat now and weed out all the weak now. Get up and make a change, don't remember yesterday. If you got something to say, speak your mind before your grave, cause your life is yours to say.
Bang, bang, bang! We're live here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel for the I-85 Asphalt Series Late Model Division. Live here from Lanier Speedway. Here's tonight's track fact as these guys continue to roll out the practice session here tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, these guys are getting ready to tackle on the Lanier Speedway at a 0.37 mile short asphalt oval with a capacity of 5,000 sold out asses here tonight. Opened in 1982 in Braselton, Georgia, about 45 minutes outside of Atlanta here, right down the road from Lake Lanier here in Georgia. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll flip it down here to the main broadcast here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel as these guys are locked and loaded here on the pit roads, dialing the rest of these late models here. Practice session is come to an end here in just a moment. We're set here for the late model division here tonight. For the first time, we will go heat racing here in the modified division here, ladies and gentlemen. See if we can't throw up the playoff picture here for the points format here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. This is currently how they stand and run at the current moment on the Booty Scoot Racing channel's I-85 Asphalt Series Late Model Division. James Fountain, currently the point sitter here. He's got a win on the season, as well as Showtime, Chase Johnson, and Corey Tesner. The guys in green are your winners and locked into the playoffs. 10 drivers will go to the playoffs here, and we are continuing to count down the season here, ladies and gentlemen. The I-85 Asphalt Series, 2 races remaining in the regular season after tonight. Concord and then Oswego we go, ladies and gentlemen, for 75 laps here. Then we'll start the playoffs at Langley, South Boston, Hickory, and then we'll head to North Wilkesboro for the championship race, ladies and gentlemen. Back down here on the main broadcast cam, you get some beautiful shots at the Lanier Raceway. These guys are taking the time here at the end of the practice session here. No qualifying here tonight. These guys will tackle on 2 qualifying heat races, completely randomly generated from a piece of paper pulled out of a hat here, ladies and gentlemen. We are counting down the moments so we get ready to grid up for the heat races. Don't go nowhere.
primer, the things you design.
I don't get what I want, I get what I need. Every single day I'm heading off to my dream, and I get everything that I damn well please. I don't give a damn if you all listening to me, cause I run it. I'm the only one that really want it. I'm the only one that's really on it. I'm just being honest. I'm just doing everything I promise, cause I want it bad enough that I'ma make it as an artist. And I know I'm not the smartest, and I know I'm not.
There it is, ladies and gentlemen. That's the white flag here for the practice session here. We appreciate you guys tuning in here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. If you just now tuned in for us here, this is the I-85 Asphalt Series Late Model Division. We are getting ready to tackle on the Lanier Speedway here for 2 heat races for qualifying tonight. And we're getting ready to kick off the first heat race here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. We will kill the music as they start to load in here on the field for you folks. Ladies and gentlemen, it looks like we're going to have right at maybe 9. I'm not sure. We'll have to count up the cars here when we get ready to go racing here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. Peter the Pace Car's got them set up, ready to go racing here. We'll see how things shake out here. Looks like Tony Cook pulled the lucky number 1 out of the hat here tonight. Looks like he's going to be on the front row here for the heat race. We'll let the guys continue to settle in the field here before we kick off the introductions here. But if you're going to stick around all night, we got 75 laps scheduled right after the 2 heat races here for qualifying. You don't want to go nowhere. Make sure you stick around. Tony Cook's going to be the guy leading them off here in heat race number 1 on the inside here. P1 and on the outside in the G&E. Roof-made late model from Augusta, Maine will be Jeremy Douglas. Starting in the 4th place spot on the outside, driving the Gorilla Mine 23 late model will be John Michael Bryant. Blake Hochschild on the inside of him, and the number 2 Paint Hoss Machine from Tempe, Arizona will round out the 3rd place spot here in heat race number 1. And Nicholas Maynard in 6th place in the 3rd row outside here from Wilford, South Carolina, the Overplay late model here in heat race number 1. And on the inside of him, the Triple Deuce Machine from B-Town, Indiana of Chris 90. It looks like Andrew Allen, unlucky here tonight. He'll draw the final spot here for heat race number 1 here. So it looks like 7 guys getting ready to tackle on Lanier here in heat race number 1 for the qualifying session here. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're just now tuning us here, 15 laps for the heat races. Peter the Pace Car will pull on the pit road this time. Tony Cook will press the gas. We are green here in Lanier for heat race number 1 for the qualifying session here tonight. Jeremy Douglas quickly in the number 21 G&E late model. 3 wide up the middle goes the boogeyman of John Michael Bryant. That'll be Paint Hoss Child Machine down on the bottom. Here comes Nicholas Maynard rolling on the outside. Chris Noddy fighting hard down on the bottom side. John Michael Bryant, the race leader, trying to run him down. Here's Tony Cook's up here, selling away with it in the 33 Skull late model. These guys are absolutely going at it back here, beating and banging. Blake Hochschild up out of the groove off the bottom side. The number 88 Machine of Andrew Allen rolling down into turns 1 and 2 here. Laps are going to continue to pick off quickly around here. Blake Hochschild up here. Tony Cook up into the fence here in the wall. That'll open up the door for the race lead there with John Michael Bryant. Your mom's favorite driver. She stands up, lifts her shirt up as well. From Greer, South Carolina, down on the bottom side of the racetrack here. He'll clear Tony Cook for the race lead here with 12 laps remaining in the first heat race here tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, we're trying to set the inside line here. Nicholas Maynard trying to make it 3 wide on the 88. They'll door bang a little bit down the back front straightaway here. 11 laps remaining. Going to be John Michael Bryant, Tony Cook, Chris Noddy, Nicholas Maynard, Paint Hochschild Machine, Blake Hochschild, and Chris Noddy, that Triple Deuce Machine's trying to hold off the kid of Nicholas Maynard. He's worked his way up into the 4th place spot, but it's all John Michael Bryant off of turn 2. Chris Noddy up off the bottom side of the racetrack. Chris Noddy sees Tony Cook loose and the goose in front of him. They'll work the bottom side of the racetrack here with 10 laps remaining in heat race number 1. If you're liking what you're seeing, make sure you press that like button, press that follow button so you don't miss a damn thing here. These guys continuing to pick off laps here around the Lanier Speedway. Chris Noddy under attack by Nicholas Maynard here with 9 laps remaining. John Michael Bryant looking in his mirror. He sees these guys selling away. Nicholas Maynard will try the bottom side of the racetrack here in the turns 1 and 2 down on the bottom side of the Chris Noddy Machine. The 0-2 versus the Triple Deuce. The 2 trailing right behind him. We got 2s all over the racetrack. John Michael Bryant leading another lap here in the heat race. He knows every point. Well, every lap led is 1 point added to your total score. Points not paying out for finishing here. If you're able to lead some laps, they'll reward you for it. The Triple Deuce Machine on the outside of Andrew Allen. Double wide back here from the, looks like that's going to be the 6th and 5th place spot here. 4th place spot, excuse me. Andrew Allen able to get the gas down, though. He's able to get around Chris Noddy, a little loose off the corner. 6 laps remain here in heat race number 1 for the qualifying session for the I-85 Asphalt Series Late Model Division. Chris Knighty in that triple deuce machine moved and moved out of the groove here, but Tony Cook trailing behind John Michael Bryant, your mom's favorite driver. The 23 machine seems to be locked and loaded here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel as we ride with him down into turns 1 and 2 here. So we can't ride on board with the 23 of John Michael Bryant here, the race leader here. We look out the tail end of him here. These guys sailing single file in behind Boogeyman, trying to get him to lose a little bit of something. If he can mirror drive, 3 laps to go for the Boogeyman of John Michael Bryant. He goes down into the corners here. Chris Knighty, Tony Cook, Andrew Allen, and Nicholas Mader continue to battle door to door here with 3 laps to go. If you ever play late model 02 machine stuck on the outside, he'll look for the undercut underneath the 88. He'll get it to door bank down on the bottom side. Nicholas Mader is scooting booting. He'll make contact to the 88. Beating and banging here with 2 laps remaining in the heat race. These guys know the further they finish up in the night's heat race, the better off they'll be for the feature. Tony Cook in the second place spot. John Michael Bryant sees the white flag here in heat race number 1 from Greer, South Carolina. He'll take it down into turns 3 and 4. Nicholas Maynard and Andrew Allen battle door to door here, but John Michael Bryant's going to come off turn 4 and win the heat race here tonight. Nicholas Maynard and Andrew Allen with a close one, but Nicholas Maynard will get 3rd here, followed by Blake Kosschild, Chris Knighty, Andrew Allen. But the Boogeyman of John Michael Bryant picks up the victory here tonight in heat race number 1. He'll be up front somewhere. As we switch over here tonight, ladies and gentlemen, if you're loving what you're seeing, here comes heat race number 2, getting ready to start the outside line here. We're getting ready to set them up here as these guys continue to grid into the field here. There they go, ladies and gentlemen. Couple of big names in the heat race number 2 here. Looks like we're going to have 6 guys attacking on heat race number 2. If you're loving what you're seeing, hop on over to the YouTube page tonight, ladies and gentlemen, and we'll get you hooked up there with the full broadcast after the conclusion of tonight's event here. We'll start off tonight's starting lineups here. Starting on the pole for heat race qualifying number 2, completely at random, the HendrickCars.com number 24 late model from Greenville, South Carolina of James Fountain. And on the outside of him will be the High Rod Vodka number 4 machine of Colby Westcott. Starting P3 tonight, qualifying heat race number 2, the Flow Racing late model Maccabee LLC machine of Corey Tesner. Season 1 champion Chase Johnson on the outside, 4th place spot here in heat race number 2 from Greer, South Carolina. And Terry Hughes Jr. from Troy, Alabama in the Mobile 1 late model. The 25-year-old U.S. Navy veteran will shake out the 5th place spot here in heat race number 2. And Jackson Sparks here, the number 7 late model, will round out the tail end of the field. 3rd line here in the 6th place spot here. So 6 guys are going to tack off heat race number 2 here, ladies and gentlemen. We are glad you are tuned in here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel for the heat races. The first time we're doing them here tonight, so we appreciate you guys tuning in here. Make sure you press that like button, press that follow button. It's James Fountain's getting ready to get the green flag to lead them off for heat race number 2. James Fountain puts the flag down. Chase Johnson shoved up out of the racetrack early by Jordan Starks. He'll shove Colby Westcott and Chase Johnson up out of the groove here. Chase Johnson's going to have to fight back hard down on the bottom side. Him and Terry Hughes Jr. will be door to door here. They're completing lap number 1 here in heat race number 2. James Fountain looks like he's going to be the race leader here as Terry Hughes Jr. has got to settle down into the spot here down on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. A beautiful shot here as they come down into turns 3 and 4 here. Chase Johnson working the bottom side of the number 7 of Jordan Jackson Sparks here, driving the Sparks Bomb 7. Late model is Corey Tesler looking for the race lead early here underneath James Fountain in the number 24 machine. Both of these guys race winners on the season, Chase Johnson a race winner as well this season. The 3 winners on the season got put into the same heat race. As Chase Johnson works the middle side of the racetrack here, trying to get that late model up and moving here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. Meanwhile, Corey Riptide Tesner down on the bottom side of the HendrickCars.com late model. And here comes Jackson Sparks down below Corey Riptide Tesner. 12 laps remain here in heat race number 2. We appreciate you guys tuning in here. A little contact made from Showtime Chase Johnson to Jackson Sparks, sparking up the competition here. The GTA Soft Watch late model off the turn 4 here. He'll go to the outside of Chase Johnson. He's able to hold him off here down into turns 1 and 2. These guys are absolutely going at it here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. If you've missed heat race number 1, the Boogeyman of John Michael Bryant, your mom's favorite driver, picked up the victory here tonight. And Lanier pile up over here. Caution flag is out on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. James Fountain's around as well. We'll back that ass up here for an instant replay here. Our first caution flag in the heat races. We did a whole one earlier. We had no issues with them. We'll see if James Fountain here, the number 24 machine, that was the race leader battling hard door to door with Corey Riptide Tesner. We'll go down here to turns 3 and 4 here. Looks like Corey Riptide Tesner just on the left rear fender of James Fountain. Sims around here on the front stretch. A big pile up. Corey Tesner spun around here as well. Colby Westcott involved. James Fountain Big shot there as well. 9 laps remain here. Looks like Jackson Sparks is able to get his way through there. Big damage to that late model. Showtime Chase Johnson will move up to the second place spot. And the rest of these guys will fill in right behind him. We will take a quick commercial break and be back right back. Don't go nowhere. Here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel, got to pay a bill here, ladies and gentlemen. The I-85 Asphalt Series presented by Fred Anderson Honda of Greenville. Make sure you get at John Michael Bryant. Today he won the heat race here tonight. Make sure you want to give a shout out here. Go see him, 864-565-7520. He's got a brand new 2025 Honda Civic Type R for you today. Working the first caution flag here tonight at Lanier Speedway, the battle at the late model dash right outside of Lake Lanier here in Georgia. We got some short track action going on here, beating and banging in the late models. And our heat races, 2 heat races tonight for the qualifying event. We're scheduled for 75 right after this. Peter the pace car is going to hang the left on the pit road. And the Sparks late model of Jackson Sparks will lead them to the restart zone, riding on board with Showtime Chase Johnson. Down here from the second place spot and into turns 1 and 2 here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. Getting you down right here on the racetrack here. 5 laps remain in heat race number 2. This is going to be the battle for the race lead here. Jackson Sparks never won on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. He's trying to hold off Showtime Chase Johnson for a heat race win. But here comes the hard charging Terry Hughes Jr. and the number 81 late model Mobile 1 machine from Troy, Alabama. The U.S. Navy veteran up the corner of turns 3 and 4. He's got 3 laps to make something shake in that late model and get to the back bumper of Showtime Chase Johnson. Or will Showtime Chase Johnson put the bumper to the back of the Sparks home renovation late models of Jackson Sparks here? As he'll come off the corner, he'll see 2 laps remaining here in qualifying heat race number 2. Not a great day here for James Fountain and Corey Tesner. 2 winners here so far on season 2 of the late models, brought him back here in the 4th and 5th place spot of the night's heat race. Big contact from Corey Tesner into James Fountain, sent them 2 around, but Corey Tesner's trying to fight back hard here on the bottom side. He wants a 3rd place spot. White flag is in the air. Jackson Sparks looks like he's going to be able to hold off Showtime Chase Johnson. He'll come off the corner to be Sparks, Johnson, Hughes, Corey, Fountain. Bailing out the battle here, and Colby Westcott will round out the tail end of the spot here. So Jackson Sparks wins heat race number 2 tonight for qualifying. He'll start up front with the boogeyman of John Michael Bryant. Ladies and gentlemen, that'll be the conclusion of tonight's heat races. Jackson Sparks wins heat race number 2 here. We'll be back in just a moment here as we ready for them to switch on over to the main broadcast here, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see if we can't pay a quick bill here while we wait on these guys to load up here. We got the national anthem to take care of, ladies and gentlemen. We ask you guys to please stand and rise as you're able to, as we salute all the veterans who have served, present and past. we appreciate you guys tuning in here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel, and we appreciate you guys taking off your hats and saluting the veterans here. And here's tonight's track fact for the I-85 Asphalt Series late model division here, getting ready to tackle on Lanier Raceway here in Lanier, Georgia, right outside Lake Lanier for the Battle at the Lake late model dash. You don't want to miss a thing here, battling on a 0.37 mile short asphalt oval. 5,000 sold out asses here tonight in the stands here. We'll flip it back over to the main broadcast here. We are getting ready to go racing here for the feature here. The heat races are in the books here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. And as these guys continue to fill out the rest of the field here, we will get tonight's starting lineups up and moving here, ladies and gentlemen. See if we can't crank up the music just a little bit here to make things just a tad bit interesting. I know I'm a boring kind of fellow. Winner of heat race number 1 tonight, starting on the pole for the feature, driving the number 23 Gorilla Mine late model from Greer, South Carolina. That's going to be the boogeyman of John Michael Bryant. And on the outside of him, driving the number 7 Sparks Homes late model machine, winner of heat race qualifier number 2. That's the number 7 of Jackson Sparks. Starting in the 3rd place spot tonight, finishing 2nd place in the first heat race, driving the Skoll number 33 late model. That's going to be Tony Cook. And on the outside of Tony Cook will be the number 5 Season 1 champion from Greer, South Carolina of Showtime, Chase Johnson. Terry Hughes Jr. will round out the 6th place spot here on the outside. 3rd row, he'll be on the outside of the kid of Nicholas Maynard, who will be on the inside of him. And the number 02 Overplay late model. And rounding out behind them will be the Maccabee Auto Services LLC late model number 8 machine of Corey Tesner. Big contact in the heat race to James Fountain. The guy on the inside of him here, we'll see how things shake out, is Terry Hughes Jr. Right here in the number 81 late model Mobile 1 machine. Don't want to miss him. He's getting ready to tackle on Lanier here tonight. He told me before the race he was ready to battle these guys hard tonight. And Andrew Allen from Gulliford, Connecticut, co-owner of the Fast Living Motorsports late model, getting ready to tackle on 75 laps here tonight. James Fountain in the HendrickCars.com late model from Greenville, South Carolina. Contact got one out of the race lead in the heat race. He'll start P9 here tonight in the Blake Hochschild Paint Hoss machine from Tempe, Arizona. Will round out the 10th place spot with Colby Westcott in the High Rock Baca number 4. Getting the 11th place spot. And Chris Noddy, a great heat race from him. But he'll get turned around. He'll start the 12th place spot with Jeremy Douglas from Augusta, Maine in the 13th place spot here. Peter the pace car is going to hang a left on the pit road. And John Michael Bryant's going to bring him to the restart zone and fire him off here for 75 laps here around Lanier for the Battle at the Lake model dash. Here right outside of Lake Lanier, right outside of Atlanta, Georgia. John Michael Bryant throws him down into 3 and 4. John Michael Bryant brings him up off the corner. He'll have the race lead greatly here. He'll lead the first lap here of the night's event. Every lap led is 1 point added to your total score here. These guys continue to battle it out here. Corey Riptide Tesner door to door here. Chris Noddy in the fence, along with Jeremy Douglas. Is Corey Tesner, the number 8 machine. Stuck in the middle here, he's got James Fountain right behind him, along with Blake Hochschild. Corey Tesner trying to roll to the back bumper of Terry Hughes Jr., but not able to get it done. Terry Hughes battling door to door with Andrew Allen here in the turns 3 and 4. 3 laps are already complete on tonight's event here, scheduled for 75. They're going to pick off very quickly here. The boogeyman of John Michael Bryant setting sail down the back straightaway, and the number 23 machine is Jackson Sparks. Will scrape the wall here. Jackson Sparks, winner of heat race number 2. That's why he got the 2nd place start. He's trying to light a spark is what I meant to say. And that number 7 machine is he's got Showtime Chase Johnson crawling all over the back bumper of him here with Tony Cook in that 33 machine. Charging hard as well. He had a great run in the heat race. Here comes the kid of Nicholas Maynard down on the bottom side here. Yow. 6 laps are already complete here in the Battle of the Lake model dash. Here in Lanier, Georgia, Corey Tesner trying to work the bottom of the 02 machine of Nicholas Maynard. They'll battle door to door off of turns 3 and 4. The kid on the outside will get past Corey Tesner there for the lap that time around, but these guys are not going to go nowhere. Andrew Allen looking to knock on the back door of the number 8. The 8, the 88, whatever, so many 8s everywhere. Here comes Terry Hughes Jr. battling hard. Back there in that 9th place spot here, but nobody shaking up with John Michael Bryant. The race leader here as he sails down the back straightaway, bringing it into turns 3 and 4 here. John Michael Bryant already gathered some points up for the laps led in his heat race. He continues to pick off laps led here tonight in the feature. Every lap led is 1 point added to your total scores. James Fountain Makes a little bit of contact right there. That number 88 machine on the right side of your screen as they roll their way back through turns 3 and 4 here. These guys been able to keep it clean so far. 10 laps are complete out of 75. 65 laps remain here tonight's event. Corey Riptide Tesner's been the talk of the talk so far. He's been the guy moving up through the field here. He's up 5 spots from where he started. Trying to work the back bumper of Tony Cook for that 4th place position here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel, but not able to get it done. Andrew Allen here, the number 88 machine from Gulliford, Connecticut. He'll make the trip down here and work all over the back bumper of Corey Riptide Tesner, but not able to get it done here. The co-owner of the Gulliford, we got a battle back here. That's Nicholas Maynard and Colby Westcott here, going back and forth with one another here. And Jeremy Douglas says, I got a bumper I want to play too. Big Gus, the main driver, Baxter late model. Number 21 machine will work his way off the corner here. These two going at it back here for the, looks like the 10th or 12th place spot here. Tony Cook tagged by Corey Tesner, pile up back here. Whoa, right in front of our camera on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. Corey Tesner involved in one. Caution flag is out here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. We will back that ass up here for an instant replay here for the battle at the late model dash. I mean, the caution flag flies here, but golly. Bumpers banging all over the place here. Corey Riptide Tesner looks like he might have got it to the back end of Tony Cook there a little too hard here. These CJR Johnson guys, real tough and competitive out here, diving it way down into the corner. The rest of these guys able to miss the wreck though. Corey Tesner putting his nose where it does not belong. Dive bombing down on the 33 machine, and it'll cost him. We'll take a commercial break and be back in just a moment. Don't go nowhere. Bang, bang, back here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel, working the first caution flag here tonight in the feature. We only had one other one. It was in the second heat race tonight. But ladies and gentlemen, it wasn't the same person that turned around James Fountain in the second heat race to bring out the caution. Corey Riptide Tesner already just got warned by the admin. Another caution from Corey Tesner will result in a EOL. Aggressive driving there from the number 8 machine. Got the start of the backup pack after going around there. After he gets into the left rear of Tony Cook and sends Tony Cook around. Corey Riptide Tesner here. Aggressive driving. He'll catch the back end of the field here. We get ready to go back racing here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. I believe Jackson Sparks is going to have these guys double filed here. John Michael Bryant, the race leader here on the inside. Peter the pace car is going to hang the left on the pit road. The boogeyman of John Michael Bryant going to fire back off here. We are back green here at Lanier Raceway. John Michael Bryant down here at the bottom of the racetrack here, trying to get away from the number 7 of Jordan Sparks. Jordan Sparks will bang the left rear quarter panel. John Michael Bryant, Tony Cook going around back here. Caution flag flies. A big pile up back here, parking lot. Into turns 3 and 4 here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. We will back that ass up here. And please do not tell me this is going to result in what happened in the last night's modified race. Caution after caution after caution here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. I mean, holy cow, he triggered the music. It was so bad. We'll take a look here, see what happened. Jeremy Douglas was way in front of it. We'll have to take a look at Tony Cook here. Looks like Tony Cook maybe got a little bit of a love tap here from Terry Hughes Jr., but he'll come right down in front of Terry. And Terry Hughes Jr. will just send him up the racetrack here, and everybody else piles in. Nicholas Maynard corroded into the wall there as well. Corey Tesner brings out the previous caution, goes to the back, but he'll get all of his track position right back. And tons of guys collected in this. Terry Hughes Jr. trying to turn that late model around here. He'll smack it hard into the fence. Chris Knighty parked over there. John Michael Bryant, we'll have to see how things shake out here. See how he was rest for the race leader or not. We'll be back in a moment. Don't go nowhere.
So light that flame, put the work in, go claim everything you want in this place. It's time to go fast, know that energy is all cash. You can get it all if you never give up, no slack. Headed to the top is a mystery, your own path. Never gonna stop, no you got this, never go back. I know it gets hard, you gotta love it. You gotta recharge with what you want and think of your dreams. Get that energy to go and get everything. Let's go. You gotta take control. Life's too short. Get out of your head.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back here to the Lanier Speedway. Trying to get things up and running here. 21 laps are logged off, getting ready to be 22. That's the 02 Nicholas Bader you just seen go down pit road in front of you there, if you were wondering. That's the 7 of Jordan Sparks, or Jackson Sparks, whatever the hell you want to call it, the number 7 late model. The race leader, they got him rested out in front of John Michael Bryant here, the boogeyman. Not happy inside of that race car. Said he felt like he was in front of that 7 machine, and he did not like the way that the 7 raced him there on that restart. But we are re-racked and reloaded here. Hopefully get ready to release them back here to go green on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. Peter the Pace car will hang the left here. Jackson Sparks will hammer them down here. Back green on the Booty Scoot Racing channel in the late model division here. These guys are fading through turns 1 and 2 here. Finally able to get each other's fanned out here. Oh, Andrew Allen might almost miss the corner right there, but he's able to hold his position and drive back handily outside of the number 24 of James Fountain here as they battle back down in the turns 1 and 2 here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. You're sitting in the spectator seats here, general mission style. Chase Johnson puts the back bumper to the race leader of Jackson Sparks here. We might have a battle for the race lead. John Michael Bryant will see these 3 guys. 2 guys battle out in front of him. Chase Johnson will move the 7 of Jackson Sparks up out of the way here. John Michael Bryant will fall back in line here, trying to jab off the number 24, James Fountain here. Battle door to door. Here's Corey Riptide Tesner. And the number 88 of Andrew Allen here down on the back straightaway here. Blake Hochschild, Jimmy Douglas, Terry Hughes Jr., Nicholas Maynard way off pace here. Tons of damage to that late model. As he's in jeopardy, getting ready to go a lap down here as these guys are picking off some burners here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. Down the back straightaway. Up off in turns 3 and 4 here. Corey Tesner continuing to put his noses in places where it doesn't belong here. He's down on the way bottom of side of the racetrack. Got the 2 left tires on the apron. Trying to get around this 88 machine of Andrew Allen. Andrew Allen reminding you guys to go give him a follow on TikTok at Chevy Guy. He will follow you back. One of the few guys that are willing to do that here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. We appreciate you guys tuning in here tonight. We have been putting on some absolute burner racing here all night long here. We're riding in the spotter stand up here. These guys continue to pick off laps here. 30 laps are complete here. Showtime Chase Johnson, the race leader, followed by Jackson Sparks. The boogeyman of John Michael Bryant got the 3rd place spot here, followed by James Fountain. Corey Riptide Tesner moved his way back up into the 5th place spot here. Corey Tesner involved in 2 accidents already tonight. He moved James Fountain earlier in the heat race, caused the whole combobulation, cost both of them their ability to be able to have a chance for a good qualifying spot here. Showtime Chase Johnson running around here. Nicholas Maynard way off pace here since being involved in that wreck here. He is in jeopardy of going a lap down here. So here comes Showtime Chase Johnson, Jackson Sparks, and John Michael Bryant. Maybe the lap traffic will have something to do with some of these racing here in front of these folks here as they continue to ride by single file right beside one another here. John Michael Bryant's looking to make a move around the 7 of Jackson Sparks here, and he's also trying to hold off that 24 machine of James Fountain. John Michael Bryant looks like he's got that late model dialed in here down on the bottom side here. Corey Tesner will put the bumper at the back of James Fountain here. 34 laps are complete, getting ready to come to 35 with Showtime Chase Johnson, the race leader here off the back of the corner here. Jeremy Douglas in the number 21 late model in that red machine you see right there. He's a little bit off pace as well with some damage. Terry Hughes Jr. and Chris Noddy continue to battle door to door back here, but Chris Noddy will have to give up the position to the number 81 machine here. Down into turns 1 and 2 here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. John Michael Bryant still trying to work over the number 7 of Jackson Sparks here, but just not able to get that late model to hook up down there on the apron like he wants to. Showtime Chase Johnson is slowly catching the lap traffic of Nicholas Maynard here, and these guys are already running nose to tail here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rows deep here. So maybe a little bit of interesting things could be coming up here. We're about to see how things shake up here, back up here at the spectator bin. If you were to come here tonight, $5 a ticket here. We're giving away for free, charity style, baby. Perfect action-packed racing. There's not a bad seat inside of the house here. Sold out, 5,000 asses here. You're Meanwhile, rips and raves and roars. It's John Michael Bryant. Oh, caution flag. Colby Westcott, big shot here to the inside wall here. Freddie, the flagman, will put out the caution flag. And we will back that ass up here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel for an instant replay here. We finally got a little green flag run there. Colby Westcott going to be our victim here. Looks like he got a little help from the number 2 of Blake Hochschild here. Blake Hochschild says it may be a little bit too hard down here off of turns 3 and 4. Yes, you see him connected right there. He'll get to the back bumper of Colby Westcott. Sit him around off turn 4. Bang! Hard into the inside wall for the number 4 High Rock Bach. A late model machine of Colby Westcott here. 2 vicious hits back-to-back days for Colby Westcott as he went up and over but passed the concussion protocol test for the modified race last night. And that'll bail Nicholas Maynard out from going a lap down there to Chase Johnson here. We'll be back in a moment underneath the commercial break. We're working the 3rd caution flag here tonight. Don't go nowhere. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back here to the Booty Scoot Racing channel for the I-85 Asphalt Series Late Model Division, working the 3rd caution flag here tonight after a hammered shot for the number 4 Colby Westcott machine right there coming off of turn 2 here. Underneath the caution flag here, I want to remind you how things have kind of shook out up to this point here. It's been one hell of a night of racing here. That guy right there, the number 7 of Jackson Sparks, winner of heat race number 2, he got the dub over Chase Johnson there. Chase Johnson runner-up in heat race number 2. The guy right behind him in the 23 Gorilla Mine late model machine of John Michael Bryant, your mom's favorite driver. Heat race winner number 1 here tonight. He was able to pull away here, and Tony Cook finished 2nd in that one. James Fallon got turned around by Corey Riptide Tessner here. 2 incidents for Corey Tessner. He's already been told by the admin he is on watch for aggressive driving. Chase Johnson fires back off here. We are back green here at the battle at the lake. Late model dash here for the I-85 Asphalt Series. Tons of damaged vehicles back here in the back of the pack here. Nicholas Maynard along with Terry Hughes Jr., who was the lucky dog underneath the caution flag that last time around. He works the inside of Jeremy Douglas here in the number 21 machine. Off of turn 2 here. A little bit of loose there for somebody. That looks like that was the number 7 of Jackson Sparks here as he continues to work the outside of the racetrack here. John Michael Bryant, the Heat Race 1 winner, back up to the 2nd place spot here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. Sailing off of turn 2 here, Corey Riptide Tessner battling door to door with Jackson Sparks here. The Sparks bomb machine rolls to the outside of the number 8 machine, but the caution flag is flown here. Caution flag back here for Chris Knighty. And some of these guys, we will back that ass up here. We got a parking lot back here for an instant replay for the late model division here. Chris Knighty, Andrew Allen, Colby Westcott, Terry Hughes Jr. involved. Tons of guys. You cannot park there. We'll back that ass up here, take a look and see exactly what happened. Is this happening just a little bit up and more in front of us here? Colby Westcott was involved. We'll get a nice look up here with him. See what happened. He come here and just clipped Andrew Allen. Unnecessary right there. He'll be put on the watch, I would have to assume. Nicholas Maynard, look at him able to get on the brakes and avoid the wreck. Jeremy Douglas, slight contact there as well. Terry Hughes Jr. trying to get that thing turned around, and he'll pull right back up in front of Andrew Allen. Tons of guys damaging this wreck right here. They're able to get it all straightened out back here. Chase Johnson, still rester of the race leader. John Michael Bryant looking for that first late model win here. We'll be back in a moment. Ladies and gentlemen, don't go nowhere.
You got good, always button heads against evil. The good try to be fair, but the bad lethal. They gon' fight dirty, every single one deceitful. Stand up, I wanna see your face. Get your chin up like you belong in this place. We gon' train like you've never trained before. You're going up against something that you can't ignore. This ain't a game, this your life that we're playing with. There ain't no reset button or an off switch. You gotta face your fears, you gotta scratch the itch. You gotta break through the walls and get after it. Only time will tell who's gonna make it. I promise you, I'ma be the one who's gonna take it. I fight, I provide, leaving blood on the pavement. If you're up against me, then you better be praying, cause I'll keep punching till my knuckles start breaking. I'll keep going through the blood that I'm tasting. I won't stop till they've all seen greatness. The battle for my world just started, I've been waiting.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are working the 4th caution flag here tonight at the Lanier Speedway. You're looking down there at the garage. This lady right here has a pack of cigarettes that smells like absolute dank. I can smell it from up here. It is not cigarettes. 2 guys are going to take the wave around. 2 guys will get the wave around right here. That'll be Terry Hughes Jr. and looks like Andrew Allen. But this is the point standings on how they currently run at the moment. Tons of guys needing positions here right now here as we continue to wind down laps on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. Getting ready to go back racing here. James Fountain, Chase Johnson, John Michael Bryant lead them to the restart zone. We are back green here in the battle at the late model dash here. Big contact there. John Michael Bryant goes around. Caution flags out here. Wow. The heat race winner number 1 goes around here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. We will back that ass up for an instant replay. As the boogeyman, as I am hearing over the radio right now, is not happy with the way that he was just raced by. We're about to figure it out here. Who was it? Jackson Sparks, it looks like. No, ladies and gentlemen, Jackson Sparks might have just ignited spark into John Michael Bryant. He's already got him jacked up on the restart on the inside. He'll clean out John Michael Bryant. And Jackson Sparks will drive right on by here. But John Michael Bryant, the one that has to suffer the consequence there off of turn 1 and 2 here. He is furious inside of that race car. Ladies and gentlemen, we are working the 5th caution flag here tonight as the track workers come back out on the track. We'll keep it right here. Won't send into a commercial break. John Michael Bryant, heat race winner number 1, goes around here off the front bumper of Jackson Sparks. And Jackson Sparks has just been told, ladies and gentlemen, that he is put on the aggressive watch along with the number 8 machine of Corey Riptide Tesner. So both of these guys right here have been placed on the aggressive driving watch. One more incident out of the Sparks Home 7 late model, and he will be out of here, ladies and gentlemen. We do not play those games here in the I-85 Asphalt Series here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. See who gets the wave around here. Looks like Chris Knighty, the Triple Deuce Machine, will be registered a Lucky Dog this time around. So back on the lead lap for the number Triple Deuce Machine. He'll catch the tail end of the field this time around here. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been one hell of an event here in the last 2 days of racing here for the I-85 Asphalt Series. If you tuned in last night, the Wheeling Modified Series kind of had it was a great race. It was a good race. I can't really complain about it, but then we knew it was going to come here tonight. Heat races and last night's modified races didn't go too well. Playing here, Jeremy Douglas. I believe he was in last night's late modified race as well. So we tried the heat races here tonight, the late models. Heat race number 1, caution free. Got a great race there. John Michael Bryant, the boogeyman, the reason we're working the caution flag here right now. He'll get back out on the racetrack, and you best believe he is hunting down Jackson Sparks, as Jackson Sparks has been handed a EOL, end of the line penalty for Jackson Sparks for aggressive driving here. Chase Johnson, the race leader here, getting ready to bring them back to the restart zone here. And we are getting ready to fire them back off here with 20 laps remaining. Freddie the flagman drops the green flag. Chase Johnson drops the hammer. We are back green here on the I-85 Asphalt Series. John Michael Bryant turned around again by Jackson Sparks, it looked like. Caution flag back out here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. We will throw up another instant replay. And this better not be what I believe it is. Excuse me, what a tongue twister there. Jackson Sparks. If he has let his anger get the best of him, it has taken out John Michael Bryant again from the ELO penalty. We'll have to take a look here and see what happens. John Michael Bryant just gets left rear hooked by Jackson Sparks here. John Michael Bryant almost flips that damn thing. He's back rolling here, and oh my, ladies and gentlemen, cannot let you hear what is coming out underneath the radio here. John Michael Bryant turned around here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel for the 2nd straight time by Jackson Sparks, and he's going to look for him. But Jackson Sparks has been removed for aggressive driving before John Michael Bryant can get his hands on him. So Jackson Sparks may have just had his day spared by the admin here. John Michael Bryant not happy with the way that he was raced. We'll take one quick commercial break and be back so I can wet my whistle back in a moment. Bang back here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. Undefeated, the title of the song by Netflix. And undefeated is kind of what John Michael was hoping for tonight. He's won his heat race already, but back-to-back results from Jackson Sparks, who has been removed off the racetrack for aggressive driving. Ladies and gentlemen, you get a beautiful view down here as Jimmy Douglas catches the back of the field there in that red late model here. Chase Johnson's going to be the race leader here off of turns 3 and 4 here. Well, turns 1 and 2 here. Off of turns 3 and 4 is where he will let them restart behind him with 16 laps to go. Showtime Chase Johnson already won a race this season, season 1 champion. Corey Tesler on the outside of him caused some big damage to the number 24 InjuredCars.com machine of James Fountain in their heat race. Back up front here, those three are going back and forth here. John Michael Bryant's going to try 3 wide on lap 1 back here. Underneath the green flag, the boogeyman pissed off here, the 23 machine. Trying to get around, he'll get a 3-for-1 here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. John Michael Bryant driving with some tenacity here. And they work their way off of turn 2. Down the back straightaway here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. John Michael Bryant trying to get around the number 4 Kobe Westcott machine. He's loose as a goose. John Michael Bryant turned around twice here, lost the 3rd place spot. He's trying to get it back here. We'll jump back up here to the 2nd place spot where the battle between Corey Tesner and James Fountain has heated up here, but James Fountain able to get the better of the number 8 Maccabee late model machine of Corey Riptide Tesner as they work their way off turn 2 here. Chase Johnson, James Fountain, Corey Tesner the top 3. Up off of turns 1 and 2, it'll be Chase Johnson, James Fountain, Corey Tesner, John Michael Bryant back up in the 4th place spot, followed by Colby Westcott there in the 5th place spot, Andrew Allen. And then that's going to be a battle back here between Blake Hochschild. He's looking to make some noise here in that number 2 late model. He's rolling the outside lane here. Haven't seen many people be able to get the outside lane going here. And Chris Knighty will challenge back down on the bottom side of the number 2 machine here. And Terry Hughes Jr. and Chris Knighty continue to battle it back out here for the 8th and 7th place spot here. We jump up here to the battle for the race lead here. It's James Fountain has gotten around Corey Tesner for that 2nd place spot here. We'll check the lap time as they come off turns 3 and 4 here. Chase Johnson high on the racetrack there. Chase Johnson will run a 13.97, followed by James Fountain's 13.90. So about 7 thousandths of a second faster here for Showtime Chase Johnson. He's got to be on his toe here as James Fountain here is rolling to that back bumper. Slowly but surely here, 7 laps remain here in tonight's battle at the lake at Lake Lanier Speedway right outside Atlanta, Georgia. The 23 machine of John Michael Bryant here trying to work and keep that 4th place spot for Kobe Westcott here as Kobe Westcott rounds out the top 5 here. The top 3 has sailed away from the rest of the pack here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. Tons of damaged vehicles in the night's races. Nicholas Maynard still way off pace here. 5 laps to go here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. Corey Riptide Tesner will try the bottom of the apron there to run down that 2nd place driver, James Fountain, but he's not able to do it. Showtime Chase Johnson pulling away with the race lead here. 4 laps remain here at the Lanier Speedway. It'll be Showtime Chase Johnson, James Fountain, Corey Tesner, followed by John Michael Bryant, Kobe Westcott, Andrew Allen, Chris Knighty, Blake Hochschild will get around Terry Hughes Jr. here. We got a battle back here for the 8th and 9th place spot here. Terry Hughes Jr. will put the back bumper to Blake Hochschild there, but Blake Hochschild up and off the corner there, able to hold it together there here down with 3 laps remaining here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. John Michael Bryant trying to run down the guys in front of him, but he's not able to do it. Corey Tesner losing touch to the 2 race leaders here. 2 laps remain on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. Chase Johnson, James Fountain battling hard for the race lead. Oh, pile up back here, but did they get the white flag here? The white flag is already out here, so they'll have to work around it. Chris Knighty back up the racetrack here. Oh, Chase Johnson, the race leader's got to get out of the way. That'll open up the door for James Fountain. They'll battle one more time in a 3 and 4. Will James Fountain have it up with the pile up off of turn 2? He won't. Chase Johnson will win it. Wow, what a disastrous fuck there at the end. Caution flag here as Jimmy Douglas and Blake Hochschild battle it out there for that 8th place spot. Nicholas Maynard comes across the line to finish it as well. Chase Johnson nearly has it ripped away from him there. Chris Knighty in a pile up there off of turn 2. But the white flag was already out. Once the white flag is displayed, the caution flag can no longer come out here. That's back to the checkered flag. But Chase Johnson was able to hold off James Fountain. James Fountain not happy with the way that the guys weren't able to get off the racetrack there. Maybe felt like he was just snubbed of one. John Michael Bryant was able to jump back up there to the 4th place spot here. It's Showtime Chase Johnson. wins his second or third race on the season. We've lost count at this point. The season 1 champion picks up where he left off here. He's getting another win here. He'll turn that STI late model around here, hopefully, and burn it down here for the folks on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. And we'll have the post-race show and drivers interviews at the conclusion of Chase Johnson here as he tries to burn it down for you folks here as he picks up the victory here at the battle at the late model dash here at Lanier Speedway. Ladies and gentlemen, Showtime Chase Johnson will win it here in the heat race. Well, he will win it in the feature race here tonight. See if we can pull up the heat race results here tonight for qualifying tonight. Heat race number 1 went quite like this. John Michael Bryant, the boogeyman, picked up the heat race pole here tonight. He started up front with Tony Cook getting the 2nd place spot, with Nicholas Maynard getting the 3rd place spot, and Andrew Allen getting the 4th place spot, and Blake Hoshile getting the 5th place spot, along with Chris Knighty and the Triple Deuce getting the 6th place spot, and Jeremy Douglas rounded out the 7th place spot for heat race number 1. We'll jump over here to heat race number 2 results, where Jackson Sparks was able to hold off Showtime Chase Johnson, Terry Hughes Jr., and Corey Tesner, along with James Fountain and Colby Westcott. Colby Westcott involved in an incident. Corey Tesner turns around James Fountain in the heat race, and they weren't able to get back to the back bumper of Jackson Sparks here. We'll jump over here to the feature where we just wrapped it up here. Chase Johnson, the winner here tonight at the Lanier Speedway. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll take a quick commercial break here, see if we can't get the post-race show up and going and get some word for some of these drivers. Back in a moment.
Your life and reject it. You better give me space, I'm protective. My adrenaline spikes when I'm threatened. And if you stay in my way, I'm aggressive. Cause when there's no exit, I'll kill when I'm desperate. When there's no exit, I'll kill when I'm desperate.
Hey, kill the music here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. We appreciate you guys tuning in here tonight. The I-85 Asphalt Series late model division has just tackled on the Lanier Speedway for 0.37 miles. Action-packed racing, 75 lap schedule for the feature. 2 heat races for qualifying for 15 laps, and they went absolutely intended to play in here. Open in 1982 in Braselton, Georgia. It has been one hellacious night of racing here tonight. We'll flip it back to the main broadcast where Showtime Chase Johnson, if you're just tuning in, has just won the race here tonight at the Lanier Speedway. See if we can't get a pit reporter down there in the victory lane with the race leader of Showtime Chase Johnson. You got us.
Ladies and gentlemen, down here in Victory Lane here in Lanier, Georgia, right off the coast of Lake Lanier. We're in Victory Lane with the number 5 of Showtime Chase Johnson. Chase, you didn't have the greatest heat there in heat race number 2. You finished 4th place, but a little bit of beating and banging there, too. You got up to the 2nd place spot. But you were able to shake things up here. You started 4th in the feature, but you bring home the trophy here tonight. I believe this is your 11th late model win here in the I-85 Asphalt Series. Just walk us through your day.
Well, I don't want to correct you, but I got to correct you. I finished 2nd there in the heat race, but just because, James and Corey got together there. But overall, it was a great day. The heat race was wild. I got some damage there. I don't know where on the car on the initial start. I shot it there outside 3 wide, I believe, on the start. And got some damage. They got into me. All good though, short track racing. But yeah, the feature was crazy in itself. I don't know what happened back there in the back with Jackson and all them guys, but they got into it. Hate that a lot of cars got messed up, but we brought another fast one to the track again, so proud of that. And yeah, so we'll re-rack them Saturday, I believe.
That's the number 5 of Showtime Chase Johnson. He'll win here in the STI late model at Lanier Speedway. We'll scoot on down to the 24hendrix.com machine of James Fountain. James, you started on the pole in your heat race, lit a ton of laps, big contact to your back bumper sent you around. You finished the heat race in the 5th place spot, which started you in the 10th place spot for the feature, but you were able to shake your way up through the field tonight, avoid the carnage, and you'll finish out in the 2nd place spot.
Yeah, overall, it was a good night from the guys. I'm glad they gave me a good car at Hendricks to work with, and, you know, we had a little beating and banging with old Corey Tesner and the heat races, and they fixed it up and brought it out here and brought us a little rocket ship. We were able to avoid some of these crashes, get up front, and have a shot to win it there late. That's all you can ask for.
Dan Skip, that's the number 24 of James Fountain. He'll bring home the 2nd place podium spot tonight. Then we'll shoot down here to the number 8 machine of Corey Tesner. Corey, you started 3rd in the heat race, and you got a little bit of damage there. It looks like you got into the back bumper there with your teammates. We'll have to check out the replay here. But 4th place in the heat race for you tonight. Started you in the 8th place spot for the feature, and you round out the 3rd place spot here tonight for the final podium spot. Just kind of walk us through it.
Yeah, we got off to a little rough start getting into it with our teammate there in the heat race, but we were both able to recover and have a decent starting position for the race, and then got into some more trouble there early in the race, but we're able to work back through it. Just ended up using what I had left for tire on that last restart a little too.
And that's the number 8 of Corey Tesner. He gets the 3rd place podium spot tonight. And we will scoot down here to the 4th place spot. John Michael Bryant ripping the window net down and throwing his helmet across the pit lane here. John, let me get a word with you right here. You won your heat race tonight. You finally do something great around here for your program, and you had a fast late model, put you on the pole for the feature. You were able to shake back to a 4th place spot after contact with Jackson Spark. Just walk us through your night here tonight. We know you're not happy.
Yeah, man, you know, we had a fast car unloaded off the truck today, and, you know, went out there, dominated our heat race. Guys at Gorilla Mind and everybody put in some good money to the program, and just wanted to give something back to them. Come out here, we lead the first 11, 12 laps. Somebody in the back goes around, racks us back up. We lose the lead, just missed the corner one time, get drove up under. It's okay, it happens. Get right back up again after passing the 7 car, and I guess he got mad the way I passed him. I thought I passed him clean, but just flat out cleaned us out there and won. Guys got no talent. Showed it back on the restart again when he got put to the back for aggressive driving, and just dumped me on the straightaway again. I mean, I don't know what the guy's problem is. I think he lost a brain cell or two. But, you know, we just rallied back from it and made a couple aggressive moves on the restart, 3 wide. Made the apron work for us a couple corners and just got back up here for a top 5. You know, all I got to say is that 7 car, better hope I don't see him in the infield when I'm done with this.
Some strong words from John Michael Bryant as he shotguns his Gorilla Mind energy drink. He is fired up here down on pit road. We'll scoot on down to the 5th place finishing spot here, the number 4 of Colby Westcott. Colby, it was not much of a great day for you. You started on the outside pole for your heat race. You finished 6th with some contact there, but that means you had to start in the back here at the feature race. You started 12th, but you were able to score a top 5 here tonight. Kind of walk us through your days. I believe you might be in contention for the hard charging award.
Yeah, he got into a little contact there in the heat race. Had more damage on the right butt knew about, but we drove back from the back of the field to get a top 5. Real happy with it. Got dumped twice. Not very happy about that, but put that in memory. Thank you. Going to next week.
We're going to next week, ladies and gentlemen. We will be in Concord, North Carolina at the Concord Speedway. That'll do it down here on Pit Road in Victory Lane, where Chase Johnson has just won here at the Battle of the Late Model Dash Showdown, ladies and gentlemen. Back up to the booth.
Back up here to the booth, ladies and gentlemen. Here, if you're just tuning in on the Booty Scoot Racing channel, we've been fiddling throughout the results here, but in heat race number 1 tonight, we finally win heat racing here on the late model division for the I-85 Asphalt Series here, and this is how it went for heat race number 1. The boogeyman of John Michael Bryant driving the 23 Gorilla Mom machine was able to pick up the victory there. And he was not happy with the way that he was raced there at the end of the race. Led a little bit of laps here tonight's feature. Added some much needed points to his season. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll switch it over here to the second heat race here, where it was Jackson Sparks, here, that was able to pick up the victory in heat race number 2 over Showtime Chase Johnson and the rest of the crew. Corey Riptide Tesner gets into an incident early on in his heat race here. He turns around James Fountain here and was put on early watch here for aggressive driving here. Got into another one here, but it was Jackson Sparks able to pull out the victory there, and we will pull up tonight's final feature result here, where Showtime Chase Johnson was able to avoid the carnage here along with James Fountain and Corey Tesner. Those were the top 3. The boogeyman of John Michael Bryant, not happy there in his post-race interview with the way that he was raced by Jackson Sparks here. Jackson Sparks was kicked off the racetrack here for aggressive driving and intentionally wrecking here. He will finish tonight's race 20 laps down. And that will do it for us here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel, live here for the battle at the late model dash right outside of Lake Lanier in the great state of Georgia. We appreciate you guys tuning in. We will see you Saturday night at the Charlotte Roval for the Madness Racing League's Xfinity Season 2 as they tackle on the Charlotte Roval in Charlotte, North Carolina. We'll hope to see you there. Thank you for watching.
Something I look back and say that was a great time. Cause man, I just hate when the years pass by the wayside. Yeah, lost inside, and I need a little time to find who I am in this life. I will find a way to feel alive. I'm so